Oh, so today we're looking at a new, I want to say conference style webcam from the folks over at Nuroum, which you can kind of see it right here. Yeah, and they sent this to me, said, "You want to take a look?" And I said, "Why not?" You know, not necessarily something I think that I would use because I'm pretty happy with, it's usually just me. But if you're someone that deals with conference calls, you are in this is like a small business scenario, maybe this is going to be like a good option. So this is their all-in-one conference speaker mic cam, and this is the AWC46. So let's just jump right in. And first, we'll take a look at what comes in this here box. It's a good size box. It's a decent size camera for sure. And then what we'll do is I'll give it a setup and then I'll let you kind of know what my thoughts are, who I think this is going to be beneficial for, and of course, who may want to look elsewhere. All right, so this is the box right here, the Nuroum. All right, let's see how we open this thing up. We got some sticker stuff on the knife. Anyways, it looks like actually I may not even need that. So it's just a little pull tab right there. Excellent, excellent. So let's see what's in here, shall we? I'm just gonna bring it over here. So of course you are gonna get a warranty card. It looks like your little manual for setting this up. Very cool. And you're gonna get a box full of goodies. We'll look at what's in there in a second. And last but not least, that's it. You guys see this? This is what you guys see how big that is, right? It's a good size for sure. But what's kind of neat is it doesn't take up a lot of desk space, which is cool. I do like that. That's it right there. Yes. Now, just so you guys know too, like they make a whole bunch of different like conference style cameras. And they do actually have I saw it on their website, a 360 camera, which I was like, that's cool. So if you're someone that wants one camera and that kind of can film the whole conference, this one's going to be, I would think, a little bit more webcam esque in the thoughts that you and I probably are using it for, like what I would do here, right? I can set up on the table, just kind of face myself, but that's it. Yeah, nice color. It does have on the bottom some like a sticky area, so it's not going to be easily moved around. It does have a tripod mount as well, so if you actually want to put this up on a tripod stand, you can mount it, right? Put it wherever. I think that's cool. Anyways, we'll just kind of set that, not like that. We'll set it up right. And on the top, you'll see like a mute button. You have a plus and minus for speakers. And I'm guessing, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe that's for like multi-usage, right? So if you have multiple people that are in the shop, would be kind of my guess. Now it does have this little box here of goodies. So you're going to get, what is that? What is that? Oh, these are your plugs for your adapters. So my guess is that it does have different kinds of adapters depending on like what part of the world you're in. It doesn't necessarily look like it comes with a whole bunch. It's probably just depending on where you buy it from. So if you buy like a North American version versus a different area, right? I'm just going to put that over there to make sure my camera focuses on me, right? So that's kind of nice. Yes. So this, of course, again, I'm guessing that depending on where you are, they use the same plug. You would just need the different adapters. So that's nice and simple. That's gonna go on like so. Could be my guess. Yeah, there we go. Right. So if you have a bunch of those, possibly from something else, cool. Yes. And then of course you do get a little tiny wee remote. My guess is batteries. No. Let's see if they have batteries inside there. I'm always like, you know what? If you're gonna give me a remote, give me batteries. Like, you have to upcharge me $1. Upcharge me $1. Whatever. Like, it's fine. And then, of course, you're gonna have your USB-A to USB-C connector, and it is a nice long cable. So again, if you are putting this on a tripod that's a little bit further away because you want to shoot a whole bunch of stuff, then you're gonna have some distance. So that's nice. If you like that it comes in this nice little box, that's cool. So maybe you just want to keep it in the actual box all the time, then you'd be fine with it. Anyways, that's it. You know, it does have these two little things here too, because you plug in. You may not be able to see it, but you plug in through here. There's your power adapter and there's your USB-C. And then you have these little areas here where you can run your cables, because again, it wants to sit flat. So I think that's kind of important. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab my laptop, and we'll see how this connects and see how it works. Okay, so I do have it all plugged in now. You can see it here. Hopefully, you can see it here. Now, the ring at the top does change colors based on like if it is connected to an actual machine or not. So if the USB cable is not there, it looks like it kind of is. I think it was yellow and then went red, and then as soon as I plugged it in, it went blue. Very cool. It is plugged in. Now, I said it was USB-A to USB-C, which is correct, but it actually has a USB-A adapter on it. So you can actually pull this off, and it's really just a USB-C to USB-C cable. So for those of us, let's say on a Mac, like I am, then this is going to be quite beneficial because of the fact that I was like, oh, I need an adapter. But no, you guys may be able to see it here, right? There's that little adapter that's sitting there. So that's very cool. So first and foremost, let's just see what the image quality is like. So if I actually went in here, for instance, and that's coming off of my actual MacBook camera. Okay, so if I said video and I said the C46, yeah, that's quality-wise, that's pretty good, right? I would say. You guys can see that, yes? Quality-wise, that's all right. That's actually quite nice. Very nice in regards to quality. I'm down with that. It's a little tiny, I want to say almost like a little bit overexposed. But you know what? If you were in a program, let's say Zoom, or you're using this in like an OBS studio or something like that, it wouldn't be hard to go in and actually, play around with the settings so that you could actually have some kind of recording so that you could actually modify your exposure just to bring it down possibly a little bit, but it's doing an overall exposure. So you'll notice that even here, I wouldn't want it to go much darker. So, I may possibly take it down like 0.3 in the exposure, something like that, just to kind of pull it back. But other than that, yeah, I think that's pretty good. Now, just for fun's sakes, let's see if I went into end meeting. Sure. Let's see if I could go into a program like QuickTime, right? QuickTime. And my guess is I should be able to do a new movie recording. Which cameras are going to pick? I don't know. Oh, it is picking that one. Excellent. And then let's come here and we have that microphone. We are going to pick that. I'm guessing it seems to be seeing me. So let's start a recording with this, shall we? Again, it's down a little low. That's okay. I'll bring it here and record. So at this point in time, you guys can kind of see the distance right here. It's nice and wide. I have to say it is nice and wide, which is really nice. And you guys are hearing the actual microphone that's being recorded to this. So the audio, again, untouched. So you should get an idea of what that sound's going to be like. So yeah, again, the image quality is pretty good for the fact that, it's not overly bright in this area, right? So good details, right? You can see if I'm staring right at it, you can I'm staring there and I'm staring here. But, okay, I'm down. Let's stop that. Very cool. And then again, it does set itself up as a speaker as well. So you can set it up as a speaker. So I'm just going to put camera test here for that. And let's bring up, just for fun sakes, I don't know if I can actually say, let's play this through, audio. So let's actually change my audio here. So let's bring it up so it uses this instead. So let's see, audio, right? So custom audio setup, because it is something that's physically connected, right? Let's go into our sound settings. So play sound through, that's okay. Input, output. So let's go output to this. So it says through USB. And let's just play a song. Again, I should have some non-copyrighted material in here, copyright free. Just to find something. Doesn't have to be anything overly exciting, right? But just copyright free. Yeah, that's not bad, right? Oh yeah. That's actually really good. All right. yeah, that's decent. So let's now talk a little bit about who I think this is for and maybe who it's not for. Okay, I had to go get my notes because it's a lot of information, so just bear with me. You got my iPad here. So, first off, let's go through again some of these specs and kind of match them to kind of the some of the benefits, I guess, of it. So, first off, it does capture 4K. So that's going to be a huge plus, as we kind of saw in some of the images. That really helps in just having that clarity inside this. It uses an actual 8 megapixel Sony CMOS sensor. So whether you're in a really nicely lit room or you're in a room kind of like this, as we saw, right? It actually produces really nice, clear images. So it really doesn't matter too much in what kind of scenario you're in. The images that are coming out of this actually really good. So for field of view, it's pushing at 120 degrees, so plenty wide. And again, this is going to be really nice and useful for when you have, let's say, a group of people that you don't want to get too close, but you're going to get close enough. So 120 degrees is actually going to be really good. There's going to be no way that I would say in a conference room, especially, that people are going to really be cut out. Of course, it's not going to be able to go on the other side of the camera and back like, let's see, their 360 one would. But I think it's going to do very good. Audio quality, I have to say the audio quality that comes with this is impressive. It does say it comes with a 4 microphone array that includes active noise suppression. So that's going to help with background sound, right? So if you have anything kind of going on in the background, it should be able to mute some of that out. It's paired, of course, with an integrated hi-fi speaker, so your virtual conversations will be more natural and easier to follow than any for everyone that is involved. And again, I did it with audio because again, audio is probably harder for it, like music, for a speaker to sound good, and it actually sounded really good. So it would have no issues with any kind of, I would say, like voice. So compared to your basic webcam, the C46 is actually really good because if you look at a decent, let's say, webcam, you're going to spend 150, 200 bucks, maybe even more, right? And if you want a decent Bluetooth speaker, same kind of idea. Probably a good one. Uh, I don't want to say good one, not like flagship, but if you say a good one, a decent one, you're still gonna spend at least $100, and you're gonna have two items, right? Where this is an all-in-one unit, which I really like. So this would be ideal, I would say, for professionals who really want to have a polished image, right? A really nice image, without actually having to spend a whole bunch of money on different components. And again, I really like the fact that it's an all-in-one, right? The fact that it's just one piece, you plug it in, that's it, you're good, right? It worked with Zoom, it'll work with Teams, it worked for QuickTime, it worked for on a Mac, on FaceTime. So you don't really have to have, a whole bunch of configuring or anything like that. The auto configure is just super nice. But, it's not all positives. Like it does have a price point to it for sure, right? It's not like the cheapest webcam that you can get out there. So, and for some people that may just be looking at a webcam for the occasional usage and, you just want to converse, then it may be a whole lot of overkill. So, that would probably be something if you are okay with 1080p, right? This is 4K. I'm a big fan of more is better, but maybe you live in an area or you even have an office that bandwidth plays a bit of an issue. Whenever you have to push out higher bandwidth because of a 4K image, that's going to take a bigger hit, of course, on your image quality because, we end up paying for 4K when you can't get it really anyway because your bandwidth doesn't allow for it. So, I think the C46, again, it's middle ground price wise. I think again you can get webcam speaker combos like this, five, six, $700 to $1,000. But for a conference business style camera, again, it doesn't shoot everywhere, so it's not a 360 cam. Now they do have that if you guys are at all interested. But is this focusing on me again? It just has this miss issue where it just doesn't want to hit me. There we go. It's just, I don't know, lately it's been in a weird hunting mode. So anyways, I think for any kind of person, it could be a creator, it could be a business professional. You want maybe you're a streamer, right? You want something that's really gonna be easy to set up. It could be your primary camera, it could be a secondary camera. Uh, just the fact that it's a one-stop shop, I think is really good. I think it's a really good camera. I'm very pleased with, again, the audio quality and the video quality. Again, in its price point, I think it's very good. And again, they do have a 360 camera if you need to have that full shot of like the entire room. Other than that, you know what? It's good. It's a good camera. If you guys need any more information, I will put links to Nuroum's website so that you can take a look at them and take a look at this camera and some of their other cameras, because maybe you want more, you want less. They have all kinds of offerings. All right, guys, links down below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave a comment. If you guys use a camera like this, let me know. And I'll see you guys next video. Later.